Great. So today we have Jay from Loopring. Jay,
hey
welcome.
guys, thank you.
Maybe, Jay, we can start by you telling us a little bit about your background in cryptocurrencies and how you came to Loopring.
Sure. So for me, the first time when I heard about Bitcoin was back in 2013. So one of my colleagues from PayPal, he started to do the Bitcoin mining, and he made heaps of money in a week. That's how I started to feel a bit jealous. And I started to invest in Bitcoin. Since 2014, there's a huge crash on Bitcoin. And also my career has a big change in 2014 because I resigned from PayPal and started to do my own startup. So I sold all my Bitcoin at that time, which I was lucky because after I sold all my Bitcoin, the price started to crash straight away. Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, so blessed. But even after I sold all my Bitcoins, I still keep my eye on these industries. And also one of my schoolmates, he went to Draper University, and he started to post those what did Tim Draper talk about Bitcoin, crypto every day on his social media, on Twitter and Facebook. And then end of last year, because even after I sold all my Bitcoin, I still in this community. I read a lot of newspaper or follow up those kind of people's Twitter account, and I also organize some local community in PayPal and also in China. I've also translate a few articles which I believe is important, and trying to influence more people in China and try to influence them and let them invest on cryptos.
Fantastic. I think I missed it, but why did you sell all of your Bitcoins?
Because I need the cash, man.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I need the cash to start my startup.
Okay, that's okay. You needed it to start it. Awesome. So how was Loopring born? What opportunity did you see in the market that Loopring kind of fulfills?
Yeah. So there was last year I met Daniel, Loopring's founder, CEO. So there's a Hong Kong listed company invest us like a few bucks to ask us to create a centralized exchange, but the money they invest on us is not enough to develop a centralized exchange. Then we ask them to put more money on it, and they reject. So Daniel and I will talk about the decentralized exchange ideas. Then we just come up with this, and that was like Daniel had this idea like almost 2 years ago because he has in his past experience he actually built up a centralized exchange with his team in the past already, and during the crash in 2014 they closed down. So they already see the risk and on the centralized exchange. So we think it's a great opportunity to develop something decentralized. And also because the ICO market start coming up, and we think maybe we should just start bringing the idea to the market and let the market decide whether we should do it or not. So we just let the market carry on the ideas. Luckily, we were successfully complete our ICO. we raised about like 120,000 ethers back in August 2017. So we concluded our ICO in about 2 weeks, 15 days actually.
Fantastic. So you guys were initially going to be a centralized exchange, but then because you couldn't raise more money, you pivoted into a decentralized exchange model, and the ICO, the backdrop of the ICO in 2017 kind of prompted you towards trying something decentralized.
Sort of. We start from a centralized exchange, right? But we had this idea a long time ago.
Awesome. So let's maybe talk a little bit about Loopring specifically, a little bit of the nuts and bolts. Explain to maybe our community how kind of Loopring works.
Sure. So Loopring is a protocol, a decentralized protocol that enable people to build up decentralized exchange on its own wallet. For example, if you are using my Ether wallet, it's just a purely wallet. But with Loopring protocol, my Ether wallet can become a decentralized exchange. So you can sell and purchase tokens through my Ether wallet. You can still keep your private key, keep your token on your own blockchain, and only once the orders start to match, then it will be done on the smart contract, which does not require custody issues. And also, Loopring protocol solves 3 main issues from centralized exchange. First is security. So as we all know, like centralized exchange have been hacked in the past many times, and hackers try to attack centralized exchange every day, 24/7, non-stop. Those reputable largest centralized exchange, they have a very strong protective system to protect their own asset. A lot of brand new centralized exchange, they pretty much have nothing. They can be cracked in a very easy way. And right now there's no regulation or any protection for individual investors. And secondly, is the liquidity. Yesterday I was talking to a guy from centralized exchange. He say right now there's over 10,000 centralized exchange in the world. It's ridiculous. Even on CMC CoinMarketCap, we can see probably top 20 or top 100 or top 200, but there's tons of hiding centralized exchange coming up every day. And think about those brand new exchange. When you place an order, basically they pretty much have no volume. So people, if they want to sell their tokens on those centralized exchange, there's no way you can match your order. Secondly is the transparency. Yeah.
I was just going to ask about regulation. You had mentioned, regulation. The space is still quite young. How are you kind of thinking about how regulation will play out for decentralized exchanges, decentralized exchange protocols?
Well, I think regulation should only apply on centralized exchange with fair trading, because if you regulate technology, then the development of technology will be slowed down. I don't encourage government to regulate decentralized exchange because it's purely token to token. It's just technology things. There's no fiat involved. Only there's a fiat involved, then it should be KYC. It should be regulated because there's money laundering issues and all those kind of things. Potential risks will be involved. And also regulation, even decentralized exchange, we are trying to help people to create a future. For example, right now there's a lot of self-driving cars. Imagine if a Tesla has its own AI system, and the Tesla has its own wallet. Maybe it will happen in next 5 or 10 years. So the car can drive into a factory by his own decision, and then the car can decide to upgrade its system or repair its parts. And then the car itself can purchase those parts or system on its own with a decentralized exchange wallet.
Fantastic. In terms of how you guys are building a pool of liquidity, maybe explain to our community how you guys are integrating with other decentralized exchanges. How are you guys building that initial trading volume?
So this is the tough part for decentralized exchange because the volume is still low. Even like us 0x Kyber or AirSwap altogether, the total market cap is still small. The volume is still small. But what we do is we already talk to a lot of brand new centralized exchange. They will start to integrate with the Loopring protocol as well as a lot of decentralized exchange wallets. And they will also integrate with our protocol. A lot of them already show the interest. And also a few, they're quite famous. I cannot mention the name at the moment because of confidential issues. But for us, our target customers are still those kind of institutional investors and also high net worth investors because their trading volume is huge. Central exchange also charge a lot of fees. If you as individual investors, like you won't pay much, even central exchange charge 1% or 2% fees for withdraw or buy or sell. It's not much money. Like 2% out of 1,000 is like $20. But for those institutional investors, like the daily volume is like a few $1 million every day at least. So those kind of transaction fees will be huge for them. We are focused on those kind of customers, and because also decentralized exchange require a lot of knowledge and skills to facilitate. It's not as simple as centralized exchange. They provide a lot of customer service and guidelines.
Fantastic. And so at the moment, you guys are focused exclusively on the Ethereum ecosystem. In the future, is there kind of looking beyond the Ethereum ecosystem? Do you kind of see that on the horizon, or is that too far out?
Yes. Our first priority is always Ethereum network, and also actually we just collaborate with Neo network. So in near future, we will deploy our protocol on Neo blockchain. Very soon, actually, we already announced it in our community that we will deploy our protocol on Neo blockchain, and there will be a Neo Loopring Neo protocol, and there will be a Loopring Neo token, and so all the tokens will be airdropped to LRC holders.
Fantastic. So when an exchange wants to build on top of your protocol, do they come directly to you? Is it open source? Are you guys still at the phase where you're actively recruiting exchanges to build on top of the protocol? How does an exchange kind of get going on top of the Loopring protocol?
Yeah. So Loopring is an open source project. We are all the codes are up on GitHub. People can use for free. We would not charge anything. And also, we have built up a library for people who want to integrate our protocol. There's a self-learning library on GitHub. It's loopring.js. People can just go and find out the material that how to integrate with Loopring protocol or how to build up decentralized exchange on its own. very straightforward document.
Fantastic. And so you guys have no model where you'll be extracting fees from users?
No.
No extracting fees.
Yeah, open source, man.
I like it. Very awesome. I think that's all the questions I have. This has been a great interview. I think one thing I'll say, I really like the design of your website. I think it's clean and it's really nice.
Thanks, man. We're going to upgrade our website by the end of this month. Right now, this one is, to be honest, it's a bit late for me. We're trying to build a decent website. The next one will be a lot better.
Awesome. Well, I think this one's good. Maybe if you want to just tell everyone where they can find you, the website, your Twitter handle, anywhere else that you can want people to check you out on.
Yeah. Loopring.org or Twitter Loopring.org. We also have Telegram and Rocket Chat group. So feel free to check out in our community. It's always welcome.
Awesome.
The more the better.
Thanks so much, Jay.
No worries, man. Thanks, Chris.